Good morning. Welcome back to Fox Sports News 500 for your Monday. Great to have you with us. I'm Matt Sulo. Well, we are under 2 hours away now from the biggest event in American sport, Super Bowl 52 in Minnesota. Joining us now from a very chilly city is Duncan McKenzie-McHarg. Dunk, good morning to you. How is the atmosphere over there?
Good morning, Matty. Well, things are just warming up here. We're at the Philadelphia Eagles pre-gaming party. We've got all the stars flying in for this particular event, Super Bowl 52. Sylvester Stallone will be here, Will Smith, perhaps Ben Simmons. This guy's the big star. His name is Tony Bruno, one of the most famous radio broadcasters here in the United States. Tony, you're a lifelong Philly fan. Describe the feeling around Philadelphia and especially around Minneapolis at the moment.
I feel like I'm still home, except the temperature's a lot colder than Philly. And good day, mates. Good day. By the way, it's already tomorrow, so we will already know that the Eagles have won, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow in Australia is today here,
Yep.
But the Eagles will win. And I'm telling you, and you've seen it, Duncan, all week around on Radio Row, it's got to be 10-1 Eagle fans over Patriot fans here. It's unbelievable. We're all going to celebrate together here. All these fans couldn't get tickets to the game, so we said, let's come over here, have a party. This place is going to be insane. And they're not greasing the poles here like they are in Philadelphia.
No.
So I will climb an ungreased pole after the game if the Eagles win the Super Bowl here tonight.
There you go. You heard it here first. Just letting you know, Matty, outside, it's just ticked over minus 17 degrees Celsius. Everyone's pouring inside. There's no one outside on the streets apart from those poor NFL reporters. But how do you expect this Philadelphia Eagles team to handle this occasion, Tony? Because obviously they've never won a Super Bowl. There's so much on the line here, but this team just seems to be overcoming all the setbacks this season.
Yeah, no doubt. And everybody thinks they're the underdog, and the fans here still have that chip on their shoulder. And everybody picked against us. You know, they lost all their players. And the fact that Doug Peterson, their coach, didn't win Coach of the Year, he lost 5 key players, and this team is now in the Super Bowl. So I don't think he cares about that. He cares about winning this big one. But the Philly fans, I've been waiting my whole life for this. I think everybody's feeling that this is the time the Eagles are going to finally get their first Lombardi trophy.
Well, that was going to be my next question. How long have you been supporting the Philadelphia Eagles? Because they're the biggest team in Philadelphia, and they haven't won the big dance once.
Well, I've been my whole life. And I was old enough to remember the 1960 NFL championship before there were Super Bowls. So I was a little kid, so I saw that. But nobody seems to want to count those. They only want to count NFL after 1960.
Yeah.
But those count, but the Super Bowl era is what everybody talks about. So this is my 3rd Eagles Super Bowl and my 29th overall. But I think this is the best equipped Eagles team to finally win and take down the mighty Patriots. And most of the people here, even the Vikings fans and Packer fans, everybody that's here, we got Packer fans, they're all rooting for the Eagles to finally stop the New England Patriot dynasty. For America. This is for America. And it's also for Australia. And it's also for New Zealand. And it's also for the Outback. And all my friends down there, mate. Let's put a shrimp on a barbie, get a Foster's, and let's get a victory.
He's fired up. He's fired up here, Tony Bruno. Hey, we're not done yet, because my next question is, if the Philadelphia Eagles do win today, tonight, whatever time it is, would it mean more considering that you're beating arguably the greatest team of the modern era, Bill Belichick, arguably the greatest coach of all time, Tom Brady, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and again, no disrespect, the Patriots are doing something that will never be done again in the National Football League. To have this kind of excellence for 18 years is unheard of. Salary cap, players leave every year, and then they just keep it going and going and going. So if the Eagles pull off this win, and I don't think it's the end of the Patriots dynasty, but it certainly would be something that everybody in the country will say, wow, finally a team that was put together enough, that never got a chance, nobody thought they'd be here, and they pulled it off.
Now, Tony, just for our Aussie audience back home, just give them an idea of how big Super Bowl week has been here in Minneapolis. We've seen the NFL experience. Guys, back at home, it's about 3 football fields. You've got all sorts of things happening. You've got diamond-encrusted Super Bowl rings. The Vince Lombardi trophy was there. Virtual reality tours, a mock press room. And you've got thousands and thousands of fans streaming. And then you've got the media side of things here, Tony. Radio Row, thousands of media from all over the world. It's quite crazy. Can you describe Super Bowl week just for our fans back at home?
It's indescribable. You were there all week. You see it. It starts off slowly on Monday, Wednesday, and then by Thursday and Friday, we were in the Mall of America, right in the middle of the food court.
That's right.
And by Friday, we couldn't even walk through the people to get to our broadcast locations. So it's incredible. It's the biggest thing. I don't know what you have that compares to this in Australia, but this is the biggest event in our country, no doubt. World Cup internationally is the biggest. But as far as one event for one sports league, listen, all the Eagle fans are in here. and they're ready to go. But this is the biggest event in our country. Nothing's bigger than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, just a final one to leave you on, Tony. What's your prediction for the game? Because obviously these Eagle fans are pretty pumped up. What's your prediction for the game?
Well, I'm going to give you the exact score and how it's going to play. This way, when you play it back, you can say, boy, that guy really knew.
He was the oracle.
I'm like Kreskin. I don't know if they know. Do they know the amazing Kreskin in Australia?
Probably not, but go
He's
for
a
it.
mentalist. I'm a mentalist myself, and that's what people say about me all the time. The Eagles will win this game 28-24. Brady will get the ball down 4, so he needs a touchdown to win the game, and the Eagles stop him and win the Super Bowl in dramatic fashion, because Brady always manages to find a way if he gets the ball at the last time. This time it's going to stop. Eagles win by 4, 28-24. Book it down there. Do they have gambling in Australia?
Yes, they do.
Well, book it before the game starts. That's how it's going to go down.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Tony Bruno, thanks very much for joining us here on Fox Sports Australia. Have a great day, and let's hope for your sake the Philadelphia Eagles come away with their first ever Super Bowl victory.
Well, thank you, Duncan. Thank you very much.
Tony Bruno there. It's all heating up here. It might be minus 17 degrees outside, Matty, but it's heating up indoors. It's Super Bowl 52 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots.
Oh, that guy's fantastic. How about his Aussie impersonations? What an atmosphere. Duncan McKenzie-McHarg, loving the work over there. How good is that? You can feel it. What are we now? Just about a little over an hour and a half away from kickoff in Super Bowl 52. The Patriots, the Eagles, going to be an absolute blocked-up bluster. We've got plenty more coming up on the other side of this short break as well. All the highlights from the Big Bash, and we'll also count down to the Super Bowl, of course. See you in a sec.